Not too many people get a chance to have a glimpse of heaven and then come back and talk about it. Our guest today, Dr. Mary Neal, has done just that.
I sort of hoped that there was life after death. I can't say I really spent much time thinking about it.
How long were you actually under the water?
It was about 30 minutes. I asked that God's will be done. Beautiful path toward this great dome structure. I was told that it wasn't my time, that I had more work to do, and that I had to go back to my body. I'm not going back. I'm here. You can't make me. But of course, they can make you. There's an absolute purity of communication. God actually knows each one of us, loves each one of us as though we're the only one, and has an incredible plan for our lives.
23 million people got to know him quite well after he produced and composed Why I Hate Religion But Love Jesus. You have an amazing way to connect with this generation.
The way I like to explain it is, too many times people see Christianity as just kind of, our job is just to pick bad fruit off the tree. It's coming out of a rotten stump, and so it just continues to push it out. And that's what religion does. You're tired, you're exhausted, and it's kind of the definition of insanity, where you're doing the same thing every day expecting different results, right? You're just picking off this fruit, knowing it's gonna come back in 2 weeks. You just don't want people to see. Yeah. But Jesus says, how about I actually totally go to the core? How about I plant a new tree so that good fruit grows out of it? And that's just the total difference between the two, is the religion is sin management or behavior modification, when Jesus is more about heart transformation.
At a very, very young age, I was molested by my father for as long as I can remember. I can't really remember it ever starting, meaning I can't remember it ever not happening. There was an added component of group incest. I never had a dad that was trying to help me succeed. I had a dad that was trying to keep me down so that he could continue to abuse me the rest of my life.
How in the world did you get to a place where you decided, I need to forgive my dad and my mom? How?
If you have a thief break in your house and he destroys everything in your house, and then you come back, you can't wait for the thief to come back to put your house in order.
Bottom line is, though, most atheists, they don't want that. They could care less. They don't want to believe in God. The Bible even tells us they know God exists, but they suppress that truth in unrighteousness. And so I actually went and asked some of them. I said, hey, if I could prove God to your satisfaction, would you worship Him? The God of the Bible, the creator of everything. Would you actually give Him the worship that He's worthy?
If I could prove to your satisfaction that God, the God of the Bible exists, would you worship Him?
No. If you could prove to my satisfaction that God does exist, the God of the Bible exists, would I worship Him? No.
Why not?
Because He's kind of a jerk.
I'd say that I would accept His existence.
Would you worship Him?
That's an entirely different question. Probably not.
You may have seen me on TV. It's a good living when you get the work, but that's not really who I am.
Please welcome to our program, John Sensio. Who's writing in and saying, I love the show?
Prisoners, a lot of prisoners.
Really?
Young, strong, healthy, diagnosed with cancer.
My life is going to be very different in 10 days, and you're going to find out why.
I'm in for the fight of my life, but with faith, anything is possible. This is my road to recovery.
Everything is pretty much natural.
Science says 4% of the universe is visible matter. 4%. 23% is dark matter, and 76% is dark energy. Only 4% of what we can possibly see is visible.
I'm also a scientist like Kimmy, so I'd like to see it, but I haven't seen any real definitive proof for it.
And we make our decisions as intelligent Homo sapiens based on 4% max of the information.
It may seem supernatural, but eventually we'll figure out how exactly it does that.
Instead of utilizing what we don't see, which is the Holy Spirit, that can teach us when to go left and when to go right,
I'll believe it when I see it, I guess. I'd like to see evidence of things like that.
when the rest of the world is heading right over the cliff like a bunch of lemmings.